Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk about our 30, 60, 90-day plan um, in an example in action. So in the last video, we spoke about like what a 30, 60, 90-day plan actually is. So just to recap, for the first 30 days, we are learning. For the next 30 days to make the 60-day mark, we are building. And then for the last 30 days of the 90-day journey, we are doing. And so what this actually achieves is it reduces ambiguity. If you can articulate a 30, 60, 90-day plan for hires before they join your company, they can actually start to see that you've thought this through. They can build a lot of confidence in you. And two, it reduces the ambiguity of when you switch jobs, so will ultimately increase your acceptance rate, I'm hoping. So let's talk about actually doing one in action. So let's do a recruiter because I'm a recruiter and it's easiest one for me, and we can kind of go in depth. So, I mean, once again, the problems we're addressing is nobody knows what the job's actually going to be like. Candidates aren't totally sure what the job will actually be like as well. Interviewers aren't sure where they're going to fit in, and then transparency must be created. So this is what we're doing. So for the first 30 days, um, we want to learn as a recruiter. And so I've gone into a lot of companies. I've gone into like 25, 30 companies by now. And so I I just want to learn like what makes that person that person. What does the team look like? So let's talk about what we want to learn about. So first is a team. Oop, that's a big font. Why is that so big? Let's keep it 11. So what are the few things we want to learn? Team dynamics, that's super important. How and where will this person fit in? Next part is what does the team work on? So this is projects, upcoming, past as well. That's huge. And then roadmap. Because of course, when we're recruiting for this role, we need to understand that what the teams are going to be working on. And so the next section to keep building. So we have team dynamics, so of the company. We have the projects that those teams are working on. Let's bullet point those, and then let's go here. Now we need to understand the business. Where do we fit in regards to the market? Are we a developer tool company? What does growth look like? How do we explain? People, that's super important. What brings them here? Very, very important. What brings them here? Interview processes. ATS involved, sourcing. How do people source? How are people successful as recruiters at XYZ? Like, how am I going to be successful, right? Recruiting for a database company, recruiting for a developer tool company, it's going to be much different than recruiting for, say, a health tech company. Speaking of health tech company, are there any like HIPAA or HIPAA compliance rules? Is there HIPAA? Yeah, it's HIPAA. However it is. But are there any industry specific domain knowledge that needs to be transferred to me? Now, in the next 60 days, I just want to build relationships. So this will include shadowing. Let's take that shadowing recruiters, if there are. Shadowing recruiters, developers, if I'm a technical recruiter, other team members, sprints, sprints planning, presentations, anything. This is like pretty much what I need to focus on, because if I'm articulating this company to an individual, I need to just understand and breathe in the culture and then start building those relationships. So when it's the 11th hour and I have a candidate, they trust me, they know me, and it's reasonable for me to go to them, right? Like I have that confidence, and it's built in where like XYZ person knows Ruben and knows, hey, like this is my style, this is how it's going to work, and they're comfortable with me pinging them at whatever time. In the next 90 days, it's going to be due. So now I'm actually going to be performing the role. So I'm actually going to be recruiting. Okay, so start in this, not 90 days, this is from day 60 to day 90. Start sending out emails, potentially sourcing. This is where I will start building out playbooks, which we'll go into later, building out scorecards, um, running meetings, uh, debriefs, pre-briefs, any sort of briefs, and then improving process improvement. Anything that you can think of that would equate for a recruiter in the first 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. That's what needs to go in this sheet. And then when we start to look for the recruiter, Ruben, we can say, hey, Ruben, like, this is what you're going to do for the first 30 days. This is what you're going to do for the next 60 days. This is what you're going to do for the next 90 days. And then I know if I can do it. I know if I've done it before. I know if there's growth. And then we can even take it a step further by talking about like what success looks like and things like that. But this is generally a 30, 60, 90-day plan in action for a technical recruiter. So let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. Here's my email. You guys don't hesitate at all. Ruben@zenture.io. And please check out my podcast, connect with me on LinkedIn, and I will see you guys next time.